Hi there folks, I'm out at the range today to try out some cast bullet reloads in 7.62x54. So I've got a 91-30 rifle here, and we've got our cast bullet load, which is pretty conventional except for the powder. This is a Lee C312-185 cast bullet, sized 313 with a gas check. But the unusual thing about these is the fact that they are loaded with the powder from pulled down Swedish 8x63mm ammo. So these have 40 grains of that powder in it. And we've got the chronograph set up at a target, and we're going to see how these do. Here are 10 shots over the chronograph, which is about 8 feet in front of the muzzle. There's our low, 1996, high, 2053, for an average of 2027, extreme spread of 58, standard deviation of 21, and the 10 individual shots. And the temperature today is approximately 7 degrees below zero. Well, I am back home from the range, and figured it would be easier to do this here inside than it was outside in the falling snow. At any rate, the results I got with this load were sort of mixed. The numbers were good on the chronograph. The velocity was about where I wanted it to be. The extreme spread, standard deviation were pretty good for a cast bullet reload, especially with such old powder. This is powder from the early 1940s. At any rate, while those numbers were pretty good, the target groups were very poor. They were in the neighborhood of 12 to 14 inches, so not good at all. So that led me to some head scratching. Now, the rifle I was using is a 1943 Izhevsk M91-30, and as can be the case with some of these Mosins, the barrel dimensions can be quite generous at times. So I'm going to move the rifle around a little bit, and we're going to show you what the bullet fit at the muzzle is. I would just like to mention that there was no leading with this load. After taking the rifle home, I ran a dry patch through the barrel. It came out with some carbon on it. There was no sign of any leading at all. At any rate, let's show you the relationship between the nose of the bullet and the muzzle of the rifle. So this bullet actually enters the muzzle right up to the first driving band, and there's a bit of, as you can see, there's a little bit of play there. So that's a poor relationship to have in a bore riding type of bullet like this. There should basically be an interference fit between the bore riding portion and the groove dimensions. So the next load I'm going to try is with a different bullet altogether, and shouldn't be any surprise with my channel name. I'm going to try the Lyman 314-299 bullet, also sized to 313, the same as the Lee bullet was. So one thing about these Lyman molds, the bearing portion is designed for the 303, so if we try to enter the bullet in the muzzle, you'll see that it stops partway in. There is a portion of it will go into the muzzle. However, most of the bearing surface, or the nose riding surface, is a little bit bigger than the bore. So we're going to try that one next with the very same charge of powder, because I think that charge of powder left a fair bit of room for increasing. Anyway, so that'll be the next round that I'm going to try. That's what makes this stuff interesting. You don't always know what you're going to get. So we'll give that a try sometime soon, and we'll hopefully do some video on that. Anyway, thanks for hanging around with me for some load testing. So we'll see you in the next video.